welcome back to another video. Now today it's going to be an interesting one because a lot of people have been wanting to see this for quite some time. If you don't know, I did a video last year on a project that's in Kenya. So this is obviously a property video, as you probably know by the title and thumbnail. And, a lot of people were interested in it. There were loads of comments, real good interaction, and it was of course about the Colosseum. Now, I had a crappy camera last time, so hopefully this one's gonna be a lot better. If you haven't watched that video, I'd recommend clicking up there to go and watch that video, just so you understand about what this is, and obviously you'll understand this video a lot better. The Colosseum, as I said before, is a project here in Kenya, which is happening right down there. I'll show you an update in a bit, so I know a lot of people want to see that update. It's a massive development, 178 units here in the heart of Nairobi, Kenya. Nairobi is an amazing market. I talked about this in the previous video. There's a lot of buyers here. It's a very strong market. So what I think I'll do first is let me just show you a little bit of this so that you guys refresh your memory, so to speak, about what it is that's going on. So, as you know, it's called the Colosseum. If I open here, this is the brochure. So this is the official brochure to anybody who's a potential buyer. The idea and the theme. Now, this has been labelled as one of the most luxurious developments in the history of Kenya because it's going to look amazing, which you're about to see in a second. This is what the project is going to look like. So I took a nice picture last time of this above the actual site over here to the left, and hopefully when it's done I can take a picture like that. It looks pretty amazing. It honestly looks like a bit of a hotel. I'll show you a little bit inside. This is going to be the lobby area, so when you enter, this will be the lobby area with the lifts here, as you can see, and then different levels here as the staircase is going up. And these are kind of the entrance areas to the flats, so this is what they're calling the plush portico. These are the entrance areas, nice kind of gated bit as you enter to the flats. And then this is the interior, so this will be like one of the, they're not all going to be furnished, but this is kind of the look of what it's going to be. As you can see, really important here, double height ceilings, making it look amazing. And here are like the bedrooms. Again, look at the double height ceilings here with the windows, looks amazing. Another bedroom over here as well, and another bedroom. And I can keep going showing you stuff here, the kitchen area, as I keep going through the bathrooms. So really good sized bathrooms here, and remember you can still see double height ceilings everywhere. So you can see there's going to be 2, 3 and 4 bedroom flats. So the 2 bedrooms over here, you can see the layout, large flats with outside areas here, as you can see on the balcony. Bedrooms are all en suite, and of course you have a guest bathroom. Then here are the 3 bedrooms. As you can see, a much larger kind of central area here. Again, it's got the balcony, bedroom on this side, bedroom on this side, and over here again, all en suite. And this is actually quarters for the kind of house help that you have here. So a lot of people in this country, because it's labor's quite cheap, you have people here who can help you in the house, chefs or people generally to wash the clothes, etc. Look at the structure, it's amazing. It looks really good. This is probably the most exciting bit, which is going to be amazing. Now you can see this incredible view here. This is actually the rooftop where you've got this infinity pool, which is huge. There's another picture in here, I think, which can show that. There's often like kind of a running track that goes around as well, because it's a massive space up there. And the views here, which you can actually see out here, are just of green hilltops. So it's not the clearest day here in Nairobi, but it's still pretty nice. So this is the kind of idea of what the top looks like, as you can see here. There's the infinity pool on that side there, a bit of seating, kind of decking area. Central bits is here, there'll be like a shower, changing room, etc. And I think that is it. This is just a location of where it is, so you can see here. So this is an area called City Park, where it is, looking onto a very nice area of Nairobi, which is Muthaiga over here. And of course there's a lot of greenery with Karura forest around on these areas here. And there is a picture of it at night, as you can see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to head down to site so you can see what it is. Like I said, I told you at the beginning of the video, click up there, watch the previous video so you can see where it was the last time that I showed you. Now, a lot of people will be like, oh, Anish, I thought it was going to be a lot more developed by now. Understand that because of things like weather here, massive rain delays, I'm going to overlay some pictures, because I mentioned it in the last video, that there was basically a camera that's been set up that is going to view the site every single day, take a photo, so you can kind of do a time lapse of what's happened to now. The picture is going to be which is taken every day, is going to give kind of a view of what's happened over that time. Remember that construction takes a lot of time to come up out of the ground, and then once it's done, it goes up quite quickly. So when I show you, when I go down a little bit, and I can show you that, and you'll see in a little bit there was actually a point where it flooded the whole site, and they had like a boat that people were using to kind of get across. There is the site, as you can see, all there. And right now it's coming out of the ground, so we've finished the parking layer because there's 4 floors of parking here. Here's the batching plant over here that's obviously creating the concrete. So yeah, I'm going to head down so you can see a little bit in more detail, and I'm obviously going to stop for lunch because that's quite important as well. But I know a lot of people are going to have a lot of questions about this, so make sure you leave them in the comments. understand. I think a lot of people say you should know where you can do that development yourself. Yes, there's no way I can do that development myself. This is a mixture of about 4 partners who are doing this, so it's splitting the costs, splitting the risks, and obviously I can't be here all the time, so it's a lot of people who can deal with things while I'm not here as well. So yeah, it's about 4 or 5 people that are involved in it, but it is a massive, massive project, but you'll realise from that. Okay, now I'm going to head down and show you actually on site. So as you can see, I was up there where I was showing you the video from before, and then of course down here at site. Now this is going to reach 15 floors once it's done, so it's going to be up past that height over there, as you can see. This thing making a lot of noise here is a generator, because the electricity here sometimes can get cut, so that has to keep electricity going to site. As you can see here, this is the batching plant, where of course they're mixing the cement together with the ballast, and then it's got the concrete that's being taken out through this red pipe that you can see over here out onto site. So just so you have a little bit of an idea, there's 4 levels of parking, and at the moment here you can see we're coming up to the 2nd level of parking, and as I'll show you right at the end over there, we're actually coming up to the kind of first livable level, so the actual living space, because the first 2 levels of parking are actually just parking, and then when you get up to this level here, half of it's going to be the ground floor apartments. So as you can see here, this is going to be a view of the trees for the ground floor, and then of course as it keeps going and going up. Okay, let's head down onto site. So down here at basement level of the parking, this is where you kind of start the process. So this is the slabs that are being formed here. This is how it starts, and of course that's how it's going to finish. So the cement that's piled in here, and then they kind of level it out, and then of course when it's dried, it looks like that. The concrete dries like that over here. Something important to note is these things here. Now in a lot of buildings that you'll go to, you'll see that they have these massive columns that kind of run through the building. What's clever about this project here is that these particular things here are going to actually form the walls of the flats as you go up higher. So people inside the building won't actually know where the columns are. So I know a lot of people have seen in buildings in London and elsewhere, you'll see these columns that just run through the middle, and you've got these round columns or square columns, whereas this will actually form the walls of each apartment. So it's been done from the basement level here. Let's have a look a little bit more about the site and try and head up there to see the first level of where they're going to start the living accommodation. So as I mentioned above, from that side over there, you can see the actual batching plant. So the red bit over there is the cement silo. Going up into there, mixed with the ballast, it comes out through here, and you've got the concrete that runs along this red pipe up to where it's going to be laid. So the same thing happened over here. Now it's running up to another part over there. But you need this on site as well, because there's so much concrete that's needed to be produced. To also give you a little bit of perspective as to where we are on site, down at this level. Up there, over there, is actually going to be the ground level, up there. So there's going to be a ramp that goes down there, which you can come down to this parking area as well, but that over there is the ground level, as you can see. So you can see we're quite far down. You can see how many floors we are down. Like I said, it's going to be 4 levels of parking, so that is going to be the ground floor level up there. Another important thing to note here is that you can see is the drainage. Now, of course, with a site like this, and because you're so below ground, you've got to have enough space for the water to drain out. So what it does is, you can see here are all the drains. The water drains out through here, and it's going out to a sump bit which is behind, which this is the main lift area. So behind there, there's kind of a bit where it can all drain through and water can be pumped away. But as I'm talking about this area here, this is the main entrance area, which would be at the ground level. You'd walk in at the ground level. These are the kind of 2 main lifts. So if you can see, there's 1 lift here, or there's 2 lifts on this side, 2 lifts on this side, and this would be that main area. What we might overlay on this bit here is so you can see the picture which I kind of showed from the brochure, which will be the bit where the main lobby entrance area, where the 2 lifts are here, and then of course it goes up. You've got a service elevator which is on the other side, and you've also got staircase which is here. So there's a staircase this side and on the other side, because of course in case failure of lift or anything like that, that is essentially needed. Right, let's try and head up to the other level there so I can show you what's going on. So at this level now here, you're about to see the first level of actual living space, which is being created up here at this level. So this is still the 2nd level of parking. You can see the columns going through here, but that will be the first level of the ground floor, or the living space, which has this kind of view up here. So you can't really tell so much, but this is the first level. So you'll see that this will actually come up very, very quickly at this level over here, but only half of this is for living, the other space is for parking as well. And as you didn't see from the brochure, this area of the building, so on this side, is actually where the 4 bedrooms will be as they go up to the top. So the 2 and 3 bedrooms are on the other spaces, but this here you're going to have the 4 bedrooms, and it's on the back bit here as well. Okay, so down at this level here is important because this section here, right up if you go, is where the pool is going to be. You need a lot of support to have that much water up on that level to have a pool that size. So we're in the middle part of the building now, as you can see here where the little gap is. There's the project manager behind me. But I should say at this point in time as well, a lot of people have been asking me loads and loads and loads of questions, saying, Anish, I want to learn about property, I want to learn about all these things. And I do talk about these things, these large developments. I talk about all this stuff in a property seminar. Now check out the link in the description to book your ticket. I only have very, very few spaces, usually for about 20 in the room and then 10 online. So if you are anywhere in the world, you can attend it because it's a live webinar. You get an email link, which is you click through and you get a kind of live view of there, and you can interact with me, send questions and everything as well. A lot of people have been asking for it. I know once I send this video out and I say that the link is in the description, it's just going to go out really quickly. So make sure you do get it really quickly. There's very few spaces. I keep it like 20 people a class just because it makes such a big difference that people actually learn. And you know, if you've got like 50 people, I could probably fill 50 or 100 people in a room. I don't think that's the right thing because I think people should be learning. So I talk about construction like this, I talk about auction, I talk about buy-to-let properties, residential investments, etc. as well. If you want to attend, click the link in the description. It'll take you there to the payment screen. Once you've done that, you get an email confirmation saying that it's done. Okay, back to site. So one of the big questions as well will be, how many people does it take to build a project like this? So just, you can see them all taking a bit of a lunch break there, but there's roughly about 140 people on site building the project. I'm a little bit out of breath as I've walked up these steps, but okay, I'm gonna sign out, head up at the top there, and I'll back up into the office now. It's hot outside, so come back up here for some air conditioning, but just I'll show you the last thing, which is kind of the plans itself as to where we were at that time. So as you can see over here, I was showing you this whole area where I did say that one half was parking and the other one is apartments here. So as you can see around this side here, you've got all the apartments around this side here, facing this way, a lot of them here. So that's where we were. This is where the batching plant was, and then this is the middle bit where the lifts were and everything as well. So you can see everything around here. And then just to give you an idea of that site, just imagine that, and then flip straight around to this thing over here, and you'll see the same kind of side. So imagine all the flats around here, on this side, and then of course you've got here where the batching plant was, you're gonna have the entrance here, and then as you can see where the lifts are over there, as I was explaining, the ramp's gonna be down here on this side, and like I said, all the apartments there. And you guys can see behind here as well, this is the kind of the brochure to show what it is, and development, which I've kind of shown a little bit in the brochure as well. But I will be back here in a few months time, hopefully as well, a bit later this year, to give you guys an update. I hope you enjoyed that video. Remember, if you do want to attend the property seminar, which is coming up, it's going to fill up super quickly, just like the trading workshops do as well. So make sure you click the link in the description, get yourself a ticket. If you've got any questions, just drop it in the comments below. Any questions about this? If you want to see more content like this, let me know. Back in this room here, as you can see, a last view of the site down there. And hopefully, the next time I'm here, this is going to look a lot different. Because remember, it has actually only been about 9 months, I think, since I was here last. Okay, that's enough from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to like, subscribe, do all the other bits, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.